Hello everybody, and just here and welcome back to Skeleton Knight in Another World, episode 11, the penultimate one. This is the week of penultimate episodes. This one and the previous one, because I'm still yet to record. No. Spy X Family started late, so it's not headed towards the end quite yet. But yeah, penultimate episode of Virgin Road, penultimate episode of Shield Hero, penultimate episode of this. I think you're gonna see either the penultimate episode. Yeah, the penultimate episode of Revue Starlight this week, and I think either the penultimate episode, or maybe even the finale of Symphogear G. Yeah, we're nearing the end of yet another season. Sad, but also hopeful, because with the end of one season comes the end of another. And if you wanna figure out what I'm gonna be watching in the next season, do stay subscribed, because I'm gonna be holding a live stream where I'm gonna browse through the episodes of the next season. Episodes, the series of the next episode, and we're gonna pick and choose interesting things. But yeah, with that said, with all that housekeeping, actually, one more thing of housekeeping. I'm gonna be holding yet another live stream on Sunday. We're gonna be watching the first concert of Symphogear G. We're gonna hang out on the Discord. All of us, we're gonna watch it all, and I'm gonna be streaming it with just a bar and a timer in the usual way, the way I do my recordings. And with that, we can finally get to Skeleton Hero. Although there isn't much to get to, honestly, because what happened in the previous episode? They met a dude, an elf, and that elf planted the belief, the doubt, I guess, in Ariane that, hey, maybe humans and elves can live together in harmony, actually. And then they killed a worm, and that's basically the episode. Fairly inconsequential. The elf guy does seem kind of shady. Maybe it's just the first impression. Maybe he's actually gonna be shady. Maybe he's gonna be the big boss in the finale of this season. Maybe he's gonna come and join them. Maybe he's really a powerful mage and has all the populace of that village enslaved under mind control or something like that. I don't know. All sorts of things can happen, but largely, the previous episode was fairly inconsequential. Kind of a like, whatchamacallit, the name of the episode that Naruto had a metric facton of, filler. It really kind of felt like a filler episode. It's kind of a side quest, side adventure. We're going to kill a worm. Boom, bam, blast, suplex. The worm is dead. Roll the credits. I don't know. Not the greatest thing I ever witnessed. But now we're traveling further, Ark and Ariane. And what is to come? I don't know. Probably more animals with rings on them. And maybe we're at least gonna see some intrigue. The princess, right? The princess going to meet the elves and pertractations with them and stuff like that. Maybe even Ark is gonna meet up with her, or maybe he's gonna save her. You know, I'm hyped for the things that are going behind the scenes. Because Ark's adventure is kind of whatever, honestly, by this point. But I'm hyped for what else is there, for what more is there to this world. And I think that does it for the intro. For almost 5 minutes, that's much more of an intro time than the previous episode deserved, honestly. So I'm just gonna give you your subs, myself, my sound, and I'm gonna remind you of support. You can do that by sharing my content, sharing the word, spreading the word about my channel directly on Patreon or even on Throne. I have Throne now, so go check out the description and maybe pitch in if you want or not. I don't judge. And with all that said, we can finally start watching episode 11 of Gaikotsu Kishi-sama. Gaikotsu Kishi-sama Tadaima Isekai Odekakechuu. That's a mouthful. Episode 11, version by Subs, please, as usual. And it's gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, right, there's also this fucker. Yeah. He's been using slaves and whatnot, and he treats his horse badly. Are they really gonna show us the whole thing again? Did I start episode 10 from like halfway point by accident? No, that's episode 11. Yeah, we know monsters. We've seen them. Here's the food. Here's the only good thing about the previous episode. The look of sheer and utter horror on their faces. That's actually cool. And yeah, he's a bad guy and the monster needs 5 rings, so it's probably strong. Cool, can we start the episode now? No, first the opening. At least the opening is fun. Man, I wish we got the anime that they are showing us in the opening, and not the anime we got. Because the opening is like 10 out of 10, honestly. It's great. The ending, honestly, also 10 out of 10. The anime, like a solid 5. Depends on the episode, though. It started well, like a solid 7, 8 even. But the recent episodes have been mostly just 5s. Like, it's fun, don't get me wrong. Some of the stories they're telling, some of the characters, all of that is fun. But production issues are really plaguing this series. Okay. Okay, let's get it started. Let's watch the actual episode now. I'm gonna have an open mind. Maybe it's gonna blow my ass off. I still love this. Konnichiwa arc des. But how exactly are you planning to save them? Yeah. Yep. What are they going to find out? Just asking around, hey yo, do you know where the kidnapped elves are? Oh, that's nice. Nuts and honey are always a great combo. Yeah. Follow the missing people. They're probably being taken to the same ends that the elven slaves are taken. Be it some experiments or feeding monsters or. Oh, what do you know? Oh, I thought it's someone who's gonna disappear. Yeah, it's someone who's going to disappear. Yep. Kidnapping the prostitutes, kidnapping beggars, kidnapping the people nobody's going to question missing. The Knight of Justice, fighting evil with head flicks. Others will come for her, so she's not exactly safe. She's a whore. I just rescued her. Yeah. Green Roibos. Forgot to mention. It's probably not safe at home. She's already claimed Ark. Did you look at that? Ariane already laid her claim. Is the blush I hear in her voice. Sun Sun much? She is, yeah. Okay, so they're kidnapping people for monster food. Not for experiments or anything sophisticated, just monster food. It's a very evil and also very petty reason to be kidnapping people. Right? They're really making him over the top evil. It's not cattle that's missing, although I'm assuming the monsters will be perfectly fine with cattle. It's not like weaker monsters, it's specifically humans. Depends how hungry the monsters were. E.T. go home. Yeah, you at least need to make an attempt. Maybe there's someone alive, or if not, then you have to at least try to disrupt their operations. Ah, still salty, I see. Yeah, you're not gonna get to him. Yeah. She's still feeling very tsun. You're not great guards, are you? Probably a trap. Or there's a secret passage. Of course there is a secret passage. The actual prison, the actual base is deep underneath. So that's why there's nobody above ground. Nobody needs to be above ground. Forehead flick. One and done. Okay. You're probably not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, you don't push it, you slide it open. Japanese kind of door. That's a lot of dead monsters. Tufts of fur, yeah. And not beast folk. And the big monster is behind those doors. And those ones swing open. To the inside, that's against fire code. Monster lair, probably. Oh, the fuckboy is here. What was his name? Fumba. Fumba. Yeah, Timon and Fumba. Not gonna disagree here. Oh, he has mind control powers. Or did he manage to sneak a ring onto her somehow? If you like it, put a ring on it, I guess, so... Oh. Well, she's strong. How are you able to tell a dark elf from a regular elf? They look exactly the fucking same. I guess she's kinda albino-ish? Oh, uncurse doesn't work. Is it not a curse then? Is it something else? And she's trapped inside of her own mind. Arin? Nickname? Given to her by her sister. Okay. Okay, so not only mind control, but also a little bit of psychological torture. Cool, cool. And I'm guessing in her dream, in her mind, she sees it as a training, but really just fights against Ark. Kind of like you dream of going to the toilet and you piss your bed. Kind of similar deal, I guess. But she immediately gets cursed again. I'm assuming passive effect of this area. Oh, something in her coat. A mind controlling monster. Mind controlling gremlin bat. Yeah, mind controlling gremlin bat. Imp. Sure. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't a curse, it was an illusion. Rozumbania. Fumbasudu Rozumbania. What? Fumbasudu Rozumbania. Uh, guess Fumba wasn't enough. The rings. Yep, yep, yep. And his tattoos give him some sort of a power. Love to see it. Like, genuinely. I like active tattoos. Eaten. Yeah. Okay, so experiments and food. Interesting. What kind of experiments? Yeah. They're really going out of their way to make this motherfucker evil. There goes your pet. Yeah, but nothing quite as atrocious like as this. Take off your helmet. Ah, no, the grasping the face gesture. Many different kinds of monsters. Okay, one slice, one kill. One slice, one kill. You're just making mince out of them at this point. Shield bash. Good old shield bash. Always a joy. Close. Yeah, you kind of forgot yourself, Ark. Oh, Kunoichi girl, hello. What are you doing here? Also, that's a cool skill. You can just drown someone in the air. Oh, that's cool. She's strong. Okay, she has help. And here's Gori. He alone can just defeat a whole swarm. Yeah. Unless he himself transforms into a monster or something. Probably follow the trail of lost beastmen. Oh, she was going to join. Yeah, you can say that. I guess this is the big monster coming, the one with 5 rings. Is it a Hydra? Is the Chimera of sorts? Just throw a rock at his head? Geto? No, just blink. Blink is enough, I guess. Okay, is it a Hydra? Or what is it? Don't keep us waiting, I know it's gonna be shitty CG. A Hydra. Oh, it's not shitty CG! Okay, color me impressed. Color me impressed. That's nice. And it really doesn't feel like 22 minutes. Holy shit. That was a really short episode. Very short one. I genuinely did enjoy this episode. Yep. Yep. This one I did enjoy. And I can already see something in my little notebook. Revlon Empire has some sinister use for the slaves. Of course they do. That's good. That gets the green treatment. Because it's true. So I guess the next episode is the fight with the Hydra and with Fumbo Bumbo Dumbo or whatever the fuck his name is. I shall cut through the world's evils. Things are getting intense, so here's something to soothe you. Manga Sawano House hanging with Ponta. Okay. Let's go through it again. Let's see what exactly happened in this short bit of time, because holy shit did this episode really feel short. I guess that's because now 3 minutes on a recap and the opening isn't that much. Town of Kaisek. Yeah, they're probably not keeping slaves in the town. They're smart about it. The Revlon Empire is actually smart about how they do things. They source their slaves from the outside, they're not keeping them in the city. There's very little that can like trace the whole trade thing to them. They're keeping their citizens fairly safe. Monsters are roaming about, so we need to have a police state. Oh, thank you, soldier man, that you're protecting us from the monsters that are roaming around. You know, that kind of deal. Makes sense. Strange cries have been heard from a fortress in the east late at night. Okay, maybe they're not hiding that well. Or at least as well as I thought. Monsters have been appearing on the edges of the Empire's territory, and people have been going missing in town lately. And no word of elves, because they never brought them to the city. Nobody actually saw any elves in town. They are probably directly carted off to that fortress in the woods. And there's a bunch of thugs who are sourcing the food from the streets. Probably, yeah, as usual, prostitutes, homeless, beggars, people that the society in general doesn't really give a fuck much about. So when they disappear, it's nothing much. Yeah. Yeah, that's a. If you need humans, that's like a good source of humans. So makes sense. What doesn't make much sense to me though is why exactly are they sourcing humans for monster food? Like, I would have understood if they were sourcing humans and elves for their weird experiments, and the failed experiments or corpses were carted off to Fumbo to dispose of in his monster lair. But it seems like he orders those thugs to just bring him fresh, living humans to feed to the monsters. I guess it's simply just drives the nail even more that hey, Fumbo is evil, Fumbo is evil. What else do we need to show you? That he sticks out his tongue like he's evil? Well, he's gonna stick out his tongue. That he's going to want Ariane? Well, he's gonna want Ariane. Oh, did he have fun when he was ripping the limbs off of some innocent elves? Ha ha ha! You bet he did. Do you get it? Do you get it? He's evil. He's very, very evil. Do you get it yet? Yeah, it very much feels like that kind of deal. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. It's not like. We're not gonna see Fumbo for much longer, so I don't mind it all that much. But usually I'm not a huge fan of villains who are evil for the sake of being evil and who are like comically evil, who have absolutely no depth to them. Why are you doing those atrocities? Oh, because they're atrocities. No, but why did you kill those people? Because it's an atrocity and I'm evil. I want to do atrocities. That's what I do. Not a fan. Not a huge fan. Like, villains that go overboard are fun, but they also have to have some depth. What's his face from Symphogear G? Ver. Ver is a fun villain. He's a very comedic villain, very comic villain, very Power Rangers esque villain, but he has depth to him, and I like how over the top he is because under that guise of being a Power Rangers villain and laughing maniacally, there's some depth, there's some plan, there's something he wants to do, some goals, some aspirations, right? Fumbo here is just like, kill, evil, and that's his motivation. Not a fun whatsoever. If he had a motivation like I wanna control the monsters because the monsters killed my sister. If I learn how to control monsters, I will be able to control them so that they stay outside of human settlements. And I have to work with Revlon Empire because they have the funds. Something like that. Or I need to feed my monsters humans because that's what monsters eat, and I need to source their food, but I'm not using anyone important. See, it's just a bunch of nobodies. Do you see my point? I'm trying to do good here. Some depth to him. There's absolutely none. He's shallow as a puddle and not even as wide. And of course, Ariane sees them and instantly becomes jealous, even though there wasn't really anything that would make us think that she has any feelings towards Ark. Or maybe I missed it, or maybe it was in the source material but not here. I don't know. One thing I noticed, and I like very much, very limited CG in this episode. Thumbs up. What has you feeling so prickly? I'm not prickly. Yes, you are. You are very prickly. You think I'm having a laugh? Yes, you are. You are having a laugh. Yeah, you can be the dinner. Did we mention how evil he is? As we're brought here, now we have infiltrate. And Ariane is right. You're right, but still, I'm willing to gamble on them being alive. It's better to err on the side of caution, right? I'm sure it was 4 months, but some of them might still be alive. Maybe a couple of those elves struck the strike the fancy of the local lord and they're still being left alive. Maybe some of them were shipped to some other wealthy person and there are documents inside, It's always worth checking places like that out. It was a bullish point to make, forgive me. Indeed, Ark. Indeed. I'm glad how quickly he understood that. A certain someone was helping himself to some woman on the street. Yeah, she very much is. Very, very, very jelly. She needs some peanut butter and bread. It's too quiet because all the operations are really underground. Yeah, all of them, both of them, are unconscious now. I kinda like how they weren't killed. Do they really know what's going on here, or are they just trying to earn some money for some bread? Right? You don't just kill random guards if you don't have to. Tufts, hopefully from a normal animal, but we don't know that. And here is the whole underground monster lair. Of course there's blood, and of course he has a devil-may-care attitude. My pets were making a fuss, so I step out here, and what do I see? Oh, you're a luscious one, aren't you? That's an interesting thing, that he can use an imp to mind control people. He's not using his own magic, and it kind of makes sense because the imp can stay hidden and continuously apply not with mind control. It's not mind control. It's genuinely an illusion. So there's nothing to dispel. Okay, there is to dispel, but there's nothing to uncurse. Illusion isn't a curse. Ariane is just under the illusion that she's training. It's not a curse. So the spell is unbroken. And even if you do break that curse, the imp can just recast it again instantly. Initially, I thought that it's an effect of this area. There's maybe some magic circle on the ground, and Fumbo Bumbo uses it to control monsters, to assist with his taming or something like that. But no, it's just an imp. Man, must really suck for the monsters to have glowing red eyes. You'd think evolution would take care of it, right? You can't exactly escape predators when your eyes are glowing hot red in the night. Ponta is very useful at chasing out things. Here's my cute little pet, mate. I love his power stance here. And yeah, it was continuously casting an illusion. Rozumbanya. Fumbasudu Rozumbanya. Kinda feels like someone wanted to give African sounding name to him, but created something hilarious instead. Yeah, it feels like someone was inspired by African names but didn't quite want to use an African name. It's giving me those vibes. But Fumbasuduro Zombanya is probably the worst name they could have given him. That nya suffix. Fumbasuduro Zombanya. All he's missing is cat ears. Monster sorcery. Yeah, he's a monster tamer. Or as many as I need. And that's the rings, of course. Here's a monster, and of course, else, haha. Oh, those were fun, ha 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 ha. Oh, he was screaming, or she was screaming so much. Oh, I had a jolly old laugh. It was right, love, mate. Did we mention already that this motherfucker is evil? But we're getting a little bit of important information that most of them get used up in the Empire's magic experiments. Now, those are some truly nasty bastards. The Empire is really doing some shady shit in the background. That's interesting. What kind of experiments? Are they trying to summon the demon? Are they trying to summon the angel? Are they trying to create superhumans? What the fuck are they doing? We don't know that. We don't know that, but it feels like Zumba Boomba is really just a small fry here. He's just, a hired merc who just happens to have a talent for animals, and they're using his talent to control animals for their own for their own goals. And in exchange, he gets some rejected humans and elves to feed his animals. That's kind of how it feels. Of course, one shot, one kill. And I'm with Ark here. I've seen my fair share of villainy, but this dude is kind of going over the top. So over the top that Ark is going through his emo isekai stage. Oh, forgive me, master, but I must go all out just this once. I love how much of a trope it has become. Still love the glowing eye. I loved it on Eins. I love it on Ark. Kinda wish. I don't know who publishes the manga, the anime, or the light novel. Kinda wish Ark joined the what's it? Isekai Quartet. Kinda wish he joined in. He'd have some fun time with Eins. Oh no, monsters, lots of monsters. That doesn't really phase Ark. Yeah, he's able to just instantly dispatch all of them. But he forgot himself, and oh no, there's a monster going for Ariane. I would have expected Ark to think of it, or maybe just cast some instant magic, or hell, instant transmission in front of that monster. It's not like that monster is particularly fast, it's taking its sweet time. Not thankfully, Ninja to the rescue. She said something in the hand language. I forgot the name of it. Like what deaf people use, right? She said something, and he's now drowning in the bowl of water. And no more monsters. Nah. Taken care of. I like it. And he is indeed powerless without monsters. That's the deal with summoners. You take care of their summons, and they're not even summoners like tamers. Summoners can just summon more, but that's the deal with tamers. You kill their tamed creatures, and they're powerless. Very easy, very simple way to deal with a tamer. They're just casually talking. And apparently she was set to join them. Cool. Kind of a pity that she's joining them only at the very end, but at the very end of the season, but it's cool that she's joining. Let's pick this up outside. Ark, you had all the time in the world to just shoot a fireball at this motherfucker. You chose not to. Blink outside. Resistance to the water element. Well, thankfully you're not using many water spells, so it doesn't really affect you. It uses water magic, and it's very resilient. As a Hydra usually is, you cut off one head, 2 more grow into its place. It also explains 5 rings. It has 5 heads, 1 ring per head. Question is, if you cut off its head and 2 more sprout in its place, will the rings still control it? Haha. Maybe that's the way to deal with it. Cut its head off so that it has like 10 heads and 5 rings are suddenly no longer enough to control it. So it turns against Roomba and just fucks off into the woods. I don't know, maybe. What's the usual way to kill a Hydra? Like destroy the main body? I think that's one of the usual ways. Another is complete instant annihilation. If you one-shot it, it has no time to regenerate. I wonder what they're gonna go for. Cutting off its head's certainly not the way. I shall cut through the world's evils. It feels like Ark is going to find a goal for himself in this world. To be the sword of justice. To bring justice on this world. To help the innocent. To strike down the evil. Very much touch me vibes from him. It's as if it's kinda if what would have happened if Ainz went into Touch Me's path, I guess, instead of becoming a villain. Things are getting intense, so here's something to soothe you. Hashtag manga, hashtag Sawano house, hashtag hanging with Ponta. Sawano, I'm assuming that's the light novel author or the manga author. Has 3 cuts and a Ponta plushie. There we go. That was the episode. And I genuinely had a good time with it. Yeah, I was kind of starting to be burnt out by this anime, by its low production quality, by how it's kind of spinning its wheels in place. We had the repeat of Free the Slaves thing. First it was the elves, then it was the Beastman, and that was kind of wearing thin. Then the previous episode being just a complete side quest, completely and utterly inconsequential side quest that didn't leave a great impression on me. But today's episode really built up my confidence in this anime just a little bit. It really built up my confidence that maybe they were saving budget and time and whatnot on the previous episode in particular, and they wanted to put it all into those 2 final episodes. It really feels that way, and I hope it is that way. The Hydra being drawn, that's certainly one big plus already. I honestly fully expected some garbage CG, but no, I was positively surprised by a proper 2D drawn Hydra. That's great. What else? I like how much happened in this episode, right? Their arrival, the slideshow of them going around the city asking about things, arc little show of heroism that also hinted at what might be going in the city, that people might be disappearing and someone's orchestrating it. I like that little bit. Then they found the way to the fortress. I like the fights. It was very slideshowy as well, but it was cool. It really felt cool to see Ark use his powers, not, limit himself, but just go all out. And his master will forgive him. I fully believe that. Because so far, not every, but like most fights were kind of light, kind of comedic, even like this forehead flicks, right? This fight you could tell was serious. There was blood for the first time since forever. Ark was actually going a little bit apeshit. It was probably portrayed better in the source material, Ark actually going apeshit. Uh, but still, for what this anime has offered so far, this episode, chef's kiss. Hopefully they keep it up in the finale because it will matter a lot how they end. Some people might have dropped this anime already, but if the finale is good, maybe some people will return and will watch it to the end. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. The finale of an anime can really make or break it. Yeah. A garbage anime with a good finale can be kind of sort of saved by, just sit through it. It's the finale is gonna be worth it, and some people are gonna go for it. The garbage finale to a decent anime can really break it. Like, it's not worth watching because it's just gonna end in an absolutely shitty way. I remember like 2 or 3 anime that I decided to just not watch because I heard the ending is an absolute atrocity, and it was pretty much a unanimous opinion. I uh, I have a thing about endings where I'd rather something not end than end badly. There's quite a few series. I can't give you their names, but there's quite a few where I'm kinda where I've been putting off watching the final episode to the point where I never seen it and kind of forgot about the series. A few fanfics, for example, where I didn't dare read the final chapter, and even a few books I think that I still am yet to read the endings of. The ending really needs to be good. It really needs to be the highlight of the series. Um, my voice is slowly giving out, and I still have one more episode to record today. Jesus. Yeah, okay, what I meant is hopefully the finale is going to be good. It seems like they were pulling some budget and some manpower and some time from the previous episodes, and hopefully they will put it all into the finale. I also want this anime to be decent enough. Like, I don't want it to be a masterpiece. It already cannot really be a masterpiece. The production issues, the low budget are immediately apparent. But if it ends well, its reception will be better. And I kind of want it to be better because this series is made by studios that made like 3 other low, low, not low quality, but kind of inconsequential anime, like some child shows with jumping rabbits and whatever the fuck. I want them to get enough budgets to make something next, something in the future, something better. I always like when a new underdog appears on the scene of anything really, because they always bring new things, new vision, new material with them. Just take a look at Studio Nut. They appeared out of nowhere. They made Saga of Tanya the Evil one of my favorite anime of all time, and they're making more. Like, they made a movie. I don't know if the second season is in the works. Hopefully it is. And who else would tackle Saga of Tanya the Evil, Yojo Senki? And if there was anybody else to tackle it, would they have made the same choices Studio Not did? Right? Would it be the same or would it be worse? Probably worse. A lot of the big studios, quote unquote, are taking upon themselves the easy stories, right? Pick a very popular manga, preferably an isekai one, just adapt it with the bare minimum of effort and just keep churning it out constantly. I'm not a fan of it. I want some risk being taken. I want someone to make an adaptation of Shimeji Simulation. That'd be fucking dope. I want someone to make an adaptation of Murcielago. I want someone to make an adaptation of what's it called? Um, Otome no Empire. Yeah, Otome no no Otome. Wait, what's it called? In English, it's Virgin Empire. I want someone to make an adaptation of that. I want someone to make adaptation of the works of fuck, what's their name? Mochi Olate. I want someone to adapt their manga. I want someone to adapt. I don't know what other cool manga I've read recently. Galactic officer stranded in another world or something like that. It's kind of an isekai, but he's not actually transported to another world. He crashes on a planet inhabited by humans. Great, can highly recommend. It's been licensed recently, so that's not great about it, but recommend picking it up. You know, I want the studios, the anime studios, to take risks, because which big studio is going to pick up Murcielago? Fucking none, because it deals with topics that none of the big studios are comfortable with. Unless Murcielago the manga reached the popularity and the staying power of Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, nobody would give a rat's ass about adapting it, if not for people loving it. If it was a great niche manga, nobody would adapt it. Because how do you deal with all that blood? How do you deal with all that? Oh my god, we can't possibly censor everything. But it became popular, so someone picked it up, and they're making an anime of it. Murcielago, no chance. Shimeji Simulation, no chance. So yeah, I'm always a fan when a brand new, small little indie, although not quite, studio appears, because they are more willing to take chances than big studios. So I hope, I forgot the name of the studio that makes Skeleton Knight. I hope they have some modicum of success and they pick up other manga, other light novels, and keep adapting them. Because there are stories out there that deserve it, that deserve the recognition, that deserve being put into the mainstream. And there's nothing better, nothing more powerful when it comes to putting a story in the mainstream than adapting to an anime. Let's be honest here. Light novels are fairly niche, manga is more widespread, anime is much bigger than that. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a side note, a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a deviation from what I was talking about and from what I should be talking about. But yeah, now I'm done. I'm gonna have to take something for throat pain because my throat actually aches, and I'm gonna have to record one more thing today. Yeah, because tomorrow my friends are coming over, the day after tomorrow my family's coming over, and on Sunday we're having the stream, so I'm gonna have a busy weekend. But yeah, right now, that's gonna be it. So you guys, you tell me in the comments down below what you thought of this episode. Did you like it as much as I did? What you thought of my reaction, of my theories? Don't spoil me anything, please. I beg of you. We're not far off from the final episode, so no spoilers. If there's something that was there in the source material but wasn't there in the anime, in the adaptation, and it's something that I might want to know about, something that was omitted, something that was done differently, I'm gonna leave it at your discretion whether to tell me about it or not. As long as it's not a spoiler, it's generally fine. If you do want to talk spoilers, join my Discord server. Link is up here and also down here. There is a Skeleton Knight channel there, and you can join it. You can use spoiler tags and talk spoilers in there. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases, not only of Skeleton Knight, but also of Tatenusha no Nariagari Season 2, also of Spy X Family, Symphogear G, and future episodes, Revue, Starlight, and the OVAs and the movie, because I'm going to be covering them as well. Anything else I missed? Shokai Shoto Virgin Road. It's amazing, and we're nearing the finale, so you might wanna be here for that. But also subscribe and click the bell so you get notified when it's time for the Symphogear stream, when it's time for the stream of the fuck, I already forgot. Of the Revue Starlight recap movie, because I'm gonna be streaming that probably when it's time for me to stream the future season and see what interesting anime are coming out. You might want to click the bell icon to stay up to date, or join my Discord. There's a bot that's gonna notify you about everything. If you really like what I'm doing, you can support my channel monetarily on Patreon, link in the description. For $10 a month, you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear and Revue Starlight. And for just $1, you get a place in the credits and you get a role on my Discord server, and it gives you access to a Patreon-only channel. And also you can support me on Throne if you want. There's a link in the description. I don't have much on my wish list, but you can feel free to pitch into anything you want, or not, because you can also support me without spending a single dime by sharing my videos, spreading the word about my channel, my content, to whoever might be willing to listen to you, because word of mouth and the grapevine matter a lot in growing an audience. Like, comment, subscribe, share, Discord, Patreon, Throne. I think that's it. So that's gonna be it from me for today. And as always, do all the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Cheers. And here's the credits I mentioned. You can feel free to expand this list or start another with a different tier.